Well, good evening. It is November the 3rd, 2013. My name's Ken, and this is the Information Nation on Orion Talk Radio, oriontalkradio.com, theinformationnation.com. Yes, our websites are up and running. Not like Obamacare. We definitely do have our websites up and running. So if any of you would like to, hit up the website, go over there, look at some of the articles. You can find our program schedule on that. And you can find out that we're on iTunes, we're on TuneIn. We're all over the place. Jeez, what can I tell you? Been an interesting week with Obamacare and everything else going on. There are some people in the city of Chicago. This was done about a year ago by Breitbart. And it's the inner city blacks sound off on Obama. I think you'll find this interesting. Because, a lot of people say, well, all the blacks, they all voted for Obama. This was done, I believe it was just before the election. But listen to the disdain that these people have for Barack insane Obama.
This is where it all started at, right here. Yes, we can.
Do you like broken homes? Yes, we can. Do you like broken communities? Yes, we can. Do you like broken families? Yes, we can.
Everything in Chicago is controlled by the Democratic Party. Everything in my community is controlled by black Democrats. There is no Tea Party in my community. There is no Republicans in my community. So they can't blame Republicans. They can't blame Tea Parties.
Most American people, especially people of my ethnicity, they don't understand that people create jobs, not government. They think if I go out to get a job, prime example, they have 1,000 jobs at Walgreens offering. You got 500,000 people standing in line. They don't understand, a lot of Americans, including people of my ethnicity, they don't understand that people, since the mom shops, create jobs.
Democrats have been in control of this community for about 40 years.
Right.
And my question to you is, do you feel that it's the policies of the party have helped this community or hurt this community?
It has hurt this community because they feel like that they can just take us for granted and that we're just going to vote Democratic anyway. But if there was a Republican who was out here doing what I feel he should be doing, I would vote for him.
There have been a lot of movement where players at the table within a community that have been there for a while, but there's no effect again.
Do you think that their interest is in the community, or are they self-motivated?
I think they're self-motivated, and in a lot of cases their interest is not in the community, and in a lot of cases a lot of them don't even live in the community.
And is that black leadership or white leadership? Or
It's black leadership. It's black leadership.
What kind of support do you think that you're getting from the president, being from Chicago?
Well, right now, I haven't seen that much support from the president as far as these communities are concerned. What I've seen is he's put his support overseas. Well, the same support he's putting overseas, he should put here in this neighborhood because we are hurting too.
We're not happy with what's going on. And the only way we get to the bottom of this is that we take a step back and we say that we're undecided at this point. We're undecided because our agenda has not been met on, has not been adhered to. And it's almost as if it's just saying, even though you got nothing, even though nobody has addressed your issues, just go with them anyway. And we say no.
President's policies failing the black community or helping?
It's failing. It's failing. It's failing.
Are you planning on supporting the president in the upcoming election?
No, I'm not. No. I mean, I'll pray about it, and in whatever way God leads me to that person that's going to help, that's the person that I will vote for.
What do you think the biggest obstacle is to jobs going to residents of the community?
we're not included.
Who's doing the hiring? Who's controlling where the money goes?
As far as the community outreach, once again, these community-based organizations that's taking money and shuffling paperwork, but not really reaching out to the community. And then the first thing they holler is, oh, they have no training. But then after you train them, the first thing they holler is, oh, you're not in the union. Well, the union won't let us in. As a whole, they will not let us in. They figure out any ways to close the door stuff. I'm not union. Even though I'm a union carpenter, that's what the union trained me, but the union doesn't work for me because I'm going to say it right out. They're prejudiced against us.
Does the black community want jobs?
The black community need jobs. We need them, we want them, and it's a matter of life and death to us.
It is more important in this community that they promote the liberal agenda than the black agenda. What about the black family? What about the American family? I tell you that the liberal agenda is not the black agenda. It is not the family agenda, and it's not the American agenda.
Bingo. Bingo. There you go. You see, the black community has the same problems that the white community has. They have the same problems that the Hispanic community has. They have problems. And their problems are no jobs. Nobody's doing anything for the black community or the Hispanic community. They're all sitting up there in the White House and in Washington, and they think they know what the people need, but they really don't. They haven't got a clue as to what goes on for the average American family, the average American worker. Black, white, red, purple, pink, orange, I don't care what the color is. They do not have our agenda at heart. They have their own agenda at heart. You look at Barack Obama, he's a multimillionaire now. He went up there, he was a community organizer. Now he's a multimillionaire. That works pretty good. The whole thing is, this is not about race, ladies and gentlemen. This is about people. This is about people. All of us are getting beat down and trodden on. They don't have, a particular black agenda or a Hispanic agenda or a white agenda. What they have is their own agenda. And their agenda basically is put as much money in their pocket as they possibly can and to hell with the people. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the American people. They don't care about America. They'd rather go gallivanting all over the world with all of their buddies in Europe and everything else. You know, I mean, look at Michelle Obama, for crying out loud. She's unelected. And she is spending money, $100 for a bottle of vodka, $200 for a bottle of vodka, $5,000 rooms, gallivanting all over the world on our dime. I mean, come on. Let's get realistic here. Barack Obama goes to Kenya, his homeland, and it costs $100 million. But at the same time, Barack Obama's got $8 billion that he can send to Egypt and another $750 million that he can give to the Muslim Brotherhood in humanitarian aid. What if that money was invested in those neighborhoods? I don't buy this debt either, this $17 trillion, it's going to go to $22 trillion. How do you spend $22 trillion? I'd have a hard enough time spending $1 million in a year, and they're supposedly doing it in hours, minutes. We're getting robbed, ladies and gentlemen. And this Obamacare? Oh, wait. They are going to rob us blind, and there is nothing we can do about it unless we fight them on it. Go back to the old Nancy Reagan thing on drugs. Just say no. When they knock on your door and say, we see you're not enrolled in Obamacare, and that's the law of the land, you've got to enroll, and you just say, no, you're not going to tell me how to run my life. Get off my property. It's amazing to me that these liberals, and you heard them on there, right on there. The liberal agenda is not the American agenda. A liberal agenda is not the people's agenda. The liberal agenda is their agenda. The global elite's agenda, not ours. If you think that they're going to tell you how everything is working and how all of this great stuff is coming together for your benefit, every time a politician says, we're doing this for the good of the people, I cringe, because they have never yet done anything for the good of the people except steal from us incessantly. Since the early 1900s, since that wonderful establishment called the Federal Reserve was put in place, They have systematically siphoned off the wealth of the American people to leave us to struggle so they can live the lavish lifestyles that they've got. And when you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get into this tonight, we're going to get into how they steal from you. And I'm going to talk about somebody who's making $10 an hour, starting at age 20, and how they rip that individual off. And they don't even know it because they have this little thing called social insecurity. But when you start seeing the numbers, and I'm sorry, I don't care what the politicians say, numbers don't lie. 1 and 1 is 2, any way you want to turn it, except in their world. But you're going to find out tonight, especially you young people out there, you can be quite well off by the time you reach 66. And you don't have to make a ton of money to do it. It's consistently, it's money and compound interest and time. And that's what you need. And when a guy 20 years old, he's got the time. You don't need the government to do your investing for you. You don't need the government to take care of you. What you need is a plan. And you can tell the government, kiss off. Well, that was just part of my program from November the 3rd, 2013. If you'd like to hear the entire program, go to my website, theinformationnation.com, and you can hear the entire program, including the part where we're talking about finance. Or you can go to iTunes, to the Information Nation podcast, and you can download it for your listening pleasure. You can listen to it. If it makes sense to you, play it for your friends. Hey, this is Ken for the Information Nation. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you have a great day.